Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is 26th December 2024. Today is Thursday, the end of the weekly and monthly and quarterly settlement for the Nifty. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary, where we discuss what happened day before yesterday. Yesterday was Christmas, of course, and what is likely to happen today and the next few days. Now, I anticipated a Santa rally to begin, and it began in right earnest in the morning. But by around 11 o'clock, I think Santa decided to just vanish. So that was quite disappointing. A lazy Santa here, but Santa was very active across the globe, including the US, at the end of the day. So what happened is on Tuesday was that most of the stocks closed near the day's low. Infosys and HDFC Bank were the main culprits. Sensex dropped 67 points, Bank Nifty dropped 85 points, Nifty dropped 25 points. Metal stocks reversed the rally, and they were the top losers. In fact, Nalco went as low as 215 rupees. Auto stocks closed mixed with December numbers, the registration numbers on the Vahan database, not showing anything great. So therefore, there was a reversal in auto stocks. Tata Group stocks rose. That is of the reason being the Tata Capital IPO, which we will discuss a little later. Siemens extended its losing streak because they have reported poor results and also poor forecast. Interestingly, Biocon, which was hammered the previous day, did well because US FDA cleared a key key molecule, I would say. Indigo rose 4% on positive brokerage notes, and the city gas companies rose about 2% because oil ministry was seeking a excise duty cut. So Greaves Cotton surged 10% because their electric mobility arm is filing for an IPO. Today, the buzzword is EV and solar, or what we call renewable energy. Amber Enterprises moved up, but that's again demerging of electronic business is what the rumor was. Amber at the end of the day clarified that there is no such merger talk. So market breadth was neutral. Advance decline was 1:1. Though FIs were on a holiday, one would suspect, but still they got an opportunity to sell about 2,450 crores, which was probably the reason why the markets did not go up anymore after 10:30. Probably they vamoosed after 10:30 and the prices came down. DIS tried their best to buy 2,800 crores, which was not good enough. As I said, globally, Santa was very active. Dow Jones closed about 300 plus points, about 0.91%. S&P was more than 1%. Nasdaq was 1.35%, and so were the FTSE and CAC. DAX was on a holiday. As I mentioned, day before yesterday, typically in the Santa Claus rally, the S&P goes up by about 1.43%. This is data from 1950. So we have 75 years data, 74 years of data, and average has been 1.43. They already achieved 1.1. So commodities, oil has been floating around in a range. Gold did a little bit better. Silver crossed 30. So that was as far as the oil and gas concerned. So today, what are we looking at? US futures are lower, but that's not very relevant because today is a holiday, a holiday shortened weekend. So nothing much happens there. Gold inched slightly higher. Oil prices rose. Asian markets were higher because Japan and China both are pumping money into the system by buying bonds. So I think Japanese market will be well bid. Hong Kong is also well bid. Both of them about 200 points as we speak. Gift Nifty is trading flat to positive, but then I really don't worry too much about Gift Nifty. Bitcoin climbed close to 100. So the reason why Tata Motors and Tata Chemicals did well on Tuesday was the reports that Tata Capital is coming with their IPO. As per the SEBI regulations, they are supposed to come with an IPO before September of 2025. So if if the timeline is there, then I think we should see a significant movement in both Tata Motors and Tata Chemicals. Now, if you look at graph, for instance, this is Tata Motors graph. Tata Motors had peaked out at around 1180 in somewhere in July end. In fact, the market peaked out only in September end, but Tata Motors peaked out 2 months earlier, and then it has been on a significant decline. But technically, if you look at it, there is what the RSI charts clearly show there is a divergence. And on Monday was the low, and Tuesday there has been a perk up of about 2% because of this Tata Capital news. So that looks interesting from a what I would say a point of view of for some days, not some days. I would say weeks and months. Same thing with Tata Chemicals. Tata Chemicals also took off because Tata Chemicals and Tata Motors are the two biggest gainers because they hold significant stake in the Tata Capital company. So Tata Capital, when they come with their IPO, these guys also will get some money, is what the mood of the market is. So therefore, these two look very interesting. We don't have exposure in that, but I'm looking at taking an exposure in both of them for a year's time. I don't think much can happen in the next 1 or 2 days, but certainly probably the worst seems to be over, at least in these two stocks. Tata Chemicals is not having any divergence, whereas Tata Motors is having positive divergence. So that looks more interesting than Tata Chemicals. But Tata Motors is in autos, and autos generally are not doing well. So that has to be kept in mind. So today, again, I would like to buy on declines as far as the day trading is concerned. And I keep still a positive tone, even though Santa was sleeping. But today could be volatile, and tomorrow also, because Sensex is expiring. So this volatility is keeping the market, the expiries are keeping the market in check. But nevertheless, I continue to have a very bullish opinion, and my actions are also bullish. So I want to buy into pharma. I want to buy into Tata Motors, Tata Chemicals, Reliance, and such stocks. So whatever you do today, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining.